Well, I just got off of Apple's website and have officially ordered the iPhone 11 Pro Max for about $1,700 Canadian with tax. That's like the price of a crappy car. Hey, how's it going? I'm Josh from 91 Tech. It is 5:08 a.m. right now, so yeah, I'm tired, but we're gonna do this video anyways. I bought the iPhone 11 Pro, but you shouldn't. So my pre-order confirmation or whatever page I have will be on the screen here. I bought the midnight green 64GB iPhone 11 Pro Max. That is a ridiculous mouthful, but it looks like it'll be shipping by the 20th, which is the earliest possible, which is great. This is my first time buying like a Max or Plus type phone, so I'm quite excited to try it. I mean, unless you include that time I lived with the iPhone 8 Plus for like a month, but that was more of an experiment. I've been using the Pixel for a little while now, and the big display is really nice, so I am looking forward to that on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. You might be wondering why I bought the iPhone 11 Pro, especially because I had the iPhone XS beforehand, and there's a couple reasons. First off, again, wanted to try a bigger phone, and second, battery life. Battery life is a lot better, and that really appealed to me because my least favorite part of the iPhone XS, and the iPhone X for that matter, was always the battery life. I also dig the midnight green, and the design in general. I think it looks clean. I really like the Apple logo in the middle. I don't know, I really like it. You might disagree with me there, in fact you probably do, but hey, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Jokes aside, you really shouldn't buy the iPhone 11 Pro. Do as I say, not as I do. It's expensive, it doesn't change a whole lot outside of the iPhone X and XS, and we're going to see a big upgrade next year with the 2020 iPhone, and so if you want to buy a new iPhone, I would wait a year for the 2021. It's going to be a big deal, and it'll be a lot more worth your money. If you are desperate to move on from like a home button type iPhone and you were looking at the iPhone 11 Pro, I would really recommend the iPhone 11 or even the XR. You aren't getting the OLED display, but they're good value, and they're still really great phones and have most of the cool tech that the iPhone 11 Pro has. If you really want that OLED display, you could always go for the iPhone X. You can find it for like $500 used right now on ebay.com, and that's not a horrible deal, and you get that OLED display and a phone that's, again, not really that much worse than the iPhone 11 Pro. The iPhone 11 Pro is going to be a really, really good phone, and I am looking forward to using it, but for pretty much everyone, it's just not worth picking up over a different iPhone. Now, don't get me wrong, you're completely entitled to spend your money however you want. I mean, I just bought it despite me saying that it's not a good idea. It is a tax write-off for me, which is nice, and you know, I guess it's kind of in line with my business, but I also just like having the newest iPhone because, I don't know, I'm a nerd. But most people aren't like that. Most people don't have a YouTube channel. Most people can't call an iPhone a tax write-off, and so you just shouldn't bother with the iPhone 11 Pro. Get the iPhone 11. It's not really any worse except for the display, and it's so much cheaper. You know, it's $699. It's $300 cheaper, and it's slightly bigger, and the battery life is going to be very similar. Hopefully you somewhat understand where I'm coming from here. I know it's a bit hypocritical for me to buy it and then turn around and say don't buy it, but I really don't think people should, and I wanted to get that across. Just because I'm buying it does not mean you should, and I mean, you probably don't care if I'm buying it anyways, but yeah, if your parents are thinking about it, tell them to get the iPhone 11 instead. It's a better deal. I'm most excited about that ultra-wide camera, and that's something that's in the iPhone 11, so the Pro obviously has the telephoto as well, which I mean, I don't use the telephoto a whole lot. I think the ultra-wide is going to be a lot more useful. I did get 64GB. That I'm not super thrilled about. I thought about 256, but I just couldn't justify the like extra few $100s it would cost to go up to 256 gigs. And at the same time, I have iCloud storage, which is like a couple bucks a month, and it gives me 50 gigs. And on my iPhone XS, I was only at about 32 gigs because of that. So I think I'm okay. I really hope Apple, I can't believe they did 64 gigs again. I really expected 128, but yeah, no, they did 64 as the minimum. So Apple's cheap and greedy, I guess. At least on the iPhone 11, you can just pay 50 extra bucks and get 128 gigs. That's much better. I don't know why they don't do that for the Pro, but hey, another reason to get the iPhone 11 over the Pro. Perhaps I'm kind of rambling here, but you know, sleep deprivation and all. It's 5:16 a.m. now, so what do you expect? I actually stayed up all night because, you know, why not? So I'll probably go to bed right after this. So moral of the video, don't buy the iPhone 11 Pro. It's not worth it for 99% of people. Buy it if you really want it and you have the money, that's awesome. But for most of you, don't buy it. Most of you probably weren't planning on buying it anyways, but I generally say the iPhone 11's the better deal if you're looking for a phone, and the XR is pretty great too, so those are the two phones I'd be looking at over the iPhone 11 Pro if I wasn't like, I don't know, a YouTuber, if you can call me that. That said, I did buy the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I'm hyped. Again, it should be arriving by the 20th, which is lucky because I'm sure green is probably the most popular color, but with that, I'm pretty much done here. If you found this video interesting somehow, maybe hit that like button and consider subscribing for content somewhat similar to this. You can follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at 91_tech. Again, I'm using the Pixel right now just for kind of like experiment, so if that's something you want to follow along with, Twitter, Instagram at 91_tech. That all being said, I'm Josh from 91tech. Happy Friday, I'm going to bed.